Hey friends, welcome to Essentially Jessie. Today I wanted to battle it out between two Tom Ford fragrances, Eau de Soleil Blanc and Soleil Blanc. So let's get to it. I have other Tom Ford battles, so if you want to check those out, you can check them out in the description box below. Before we get started with this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also give me a like if you love Tom Ford. So we're starting off with Soleil Blanc. This is newer to my collection. I picked this up in Miami on vacation and I thought I wanted this. I'd read the notes, but I never actually smelled it. And I bought Eau de Soleil Blanc. I blind bought it over the summer last year. And I thought that I was purchasing this one, but I was buying the Eau de Soleil Blanc anyway. I got a little confused. So I kept it, but then I really wanted this one, but I wanted to smell it before I dropped the money on it. So this is part of the Private Blend collection. It is in the white bottle with the gold. Soleil Blanc is part of Tom Ford's Private Blend collection. I picked up the 50 ml because this is pricey. This comes in at $250 for this 50 ml and it goes up from there. Okay, so you know I love coconuts and this has coconut. It is I would wear this wedding day fragrance. I have a full review on this. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's got ylang in it. It's got, let me look. Okay. It has coco de mer, ylang, and cardamom are the main notes. The cardamom really warms it up. It makes it interesting and it's nice. Anyway, I have a full review on that. I will link it in the comments below, but this is good. Long lasting, great fragrance for summer. I mean, I think it's warm enough that you can wear it year round. This is signature scent worthy. This is a fantastic fragrance. And I just love the coco de mer and everything about it. Okay. Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. Next up, we have Eau de Soleil Blanc. This is a 2018 release from Tom Ford. In the big bottle, it comes in the frosted glass, which is why the travel atomizer looks like that. Eau de Soleil Blanc is a fresh floral fragrance. The notes are citrus, pistachio, jasmine, tuberose, ylang, orange flower, and amber. This is part of the Tom Ford Private Blend collection. It is a citrusy white floral. It is a beautiful fragrance if you love citrus fragrances. I have a friend who is a diehard citrus lover. If that is you, you need to smell this fragrance. It's light, it's fresh, it's clean, it's citrusy, but still has some florals to kind of warm it up where it's not just super bright all the time. It has more of a tropical feel because of the ylang in it. It is a beautiful fragrance. Some YouTubers have said that it might have like a slight pickle fragrance. I don't really pick that up in the notes, but sometimes I do. Like sometimes I'll get a little whiff of it and I think, there's that pickle something. I don't know. But it is a beautiful fragrance. It is a great fragrance for spring and summer. Probably wouldn't wear this. You could wear it daytime, fall and winter, but it's not a heavy hitter enough for me for fall and winter, but that's just me. This is signature scent worthy. You can wear this every day. This would be a great fragrance for the office, for vacation. When it is warmer outside in summer and the high heat and you want to just put something on very refreshing, this is a great choice for that type of situation, or maybe an outdoor wedding. There'll probably be quite a few of those this year. This is a really nice fragrance. I'm glad that I picked up the travel size. This does not last as long on my skin, which is fairly typical for citrus heavy fragrances. The dry down on this is really pretty, but it isn't gonna be citrusy in the dry down. Citruses typically are there and then they go away rather quickly. They're usually in the top notes, and so if you do like citruses, you definitely want to smell this and wear it before you buy it, because you want to make sure that you like the way it smells once the citrus kind of evaporates and it turns into more of the mid and the base notes. Eau de Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford is a really nice, clean, fresh, citrusy fragrance. It's good. So in this battle between Tom Ford Soleil Blanc and Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc, the clear winner for me is Soleil Blanc. I really love this fragrance. It's warmer, it's spicier, but it's still got that, I don't know, tropical vibe. I will be wearing this a lot in spring and summer this year. I think that it is a beautiful fragrance. I still love Eau de Soleil Blanc, but it's just not, I'm just not as into citruses. So this one is a little bit warmer, it's spicier, it's beautiful. I feel like it's more interesting too. I kind of wish I'd bought the bigger bottle, but anyway, we'll go through this rather quickly and get another one. I don't know. Which fragrances in your collection are like backup bottle worthy? Drop that in the comments below, because this may be one. I don't know. I need to wear it more. It is a newer purchase for me. I picked this up, oh, maybe a month or so ago, and I am loving it. This is Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. Hey friends, welcome to Essentially Jessie. Today I've got an epic battle between two Tom Ford fragrances, Tom Ford Noir de Noir and Tom Ford Noir Perfume. So let's get to it. I recently hauled Tom Ford's Noir de Noir and Noir Perfume in the same haul. I was so anxious to get my hands on both of them, to smell them. I mean, Tom Ford's got Black Orchid. He's got so many fragrances that have the word black or noir in them. So I thought, what's the difference? Do they smell the same? Do they not smell the same? Which one do I prefer? Do they lean more masculine or feminine? Is it date night appropriate? Can you wear them to the office? Because Tom Ford Black Orchid to the office is definitely like a one spray and then go to the office and you're good for the whole day at work. So I wanted to know about the longevity. I just wanted to know all the things about Tom Ford. So I picked up both of them in a recent haul and I've been wearing them. And with that in mind, let's battle. I picked up a full bottle. This is the, okay, let me redo that. I picked up a full 1.7 fluid ounce bottle of the Noir Perfume because I heard that the longevity was really good. Honestly, I was looking at Tom Ford Noir, which is the men's version of this, and they also have a Noir Extreme. And I had watched a few reviews, did some research, and I found out that the longevity on the Noir Perfume was actually preferred. So I thought, I want the longer lasting one if I'm dropping the money on a Tom Ford. The packaging is really pretty. It's very similar in style to Black Orchid. Obviously the cap is different, but it's textured, it's ribbed, I guess you would call it, on the top and the bottom of the case. When I smelled this, I knew I wanted the full bottle just because I had read that the performance was good, and I thought, if I'm spending the money on Tom Ford, I want it to last. But it's a good thing. I was so glad that I bought this one. I also picked up a travel size of Oud Wood. I will probably do a full review on it. It is really nice. This one is a warm, creamy vanilla, which is weird because Black Orchid to me is also a warm, creamy vanilla. This is a little bit balsamic, but there's just not as much going on as there is in Tom Ford Black Orchid. So this is a warm, spicy, I would say gourmand. It has bitter orange oil. I don't pick up a ton of orange whenever I spray it. Rose and amber, but it dries down to a vanilla and it is so, so good. I'm so glad that I got the full bottle of this. I've honestly been dousing it on myself for the past 2 days. Let's be honest. I really like it. The atomizer is classic Tom Ford. It is a thicker, creamier, heavier scent. It is interesting, but not overly confusing. Like when you smell Black Orchid for the first time, when I smelled Black Orchid for the first time, it was overly confusing. Now, I love Black Orchid. It's one of my favorite go-tos for the winter. But Noir Perfume is one of my new go-tos for fall, winter, spring, summer. I like it. I like it a lot. It is a little bit confusing if you go to a department store and are looking at Tom Ford's and maybe the associate doesn't know or you're not familiar, but this one just says Tom Ford Noir. So there's one in a shorter box that is Tom Ford's Noir for him. So it's the first one that came out. This one came out in 2012. And then there's the Noir Extreme. So the Noir Extreme is, I think, labeled as Noir Extreme, but the taller bottle of Tom Ford Noir is the Perfume, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So I love reading what Tom Ford has to say about his fragrances. He says the Noir fragrances reveal themselves in layers, which is so true. The development of this fragrance, the initial smell could be a little confusing, but you can obviously tell it's going in the warm vanilla gourmand direction. But as it dries down, it is just a really cool vanilla. The Perfume captures the fascinating paradox of the Tom Ford woman, extravagant and sensual. I feel like this is a great date night scent. I feel like this could be signature scent. Might get a little heavy in spring, summer, just in the hot heat, like July and August. But the rest of the year, this is a beautiful scent. This is definitely office worthy. This lasts on my skin, oh, it is so good. This lasts on my skin a good 6 to 8 hours. I have been overspraying this the last couple of days, and it's not overwhelming, but it lingers. It just has, and I just kept getting, I could just smell it. It was just so warm and cozy. I can see wearing this by the fireplace cuddled up. I can see wearing this to work. I can see wearing this on a date for sure. I can see wearing this to an elegant event. I can see wearing this to almost anywhere. I might not wear this to brunch or on a play date with the kids or somewhere super casual, but it's just good. It's just really good. So this is Tom Ford Noir Perfume. Next up, we have Tom Ford Noir de Noir. I picked up the travel spray in this because I knew I wanted the Noir Perfume. I wasn't sure about longevity on this. And again, if you're dropping the money for a Tom Ford, you want to get what you pay for, or any fragrance for that matter. Sometimes I'll love a fragrance enough that I'll say, I'll pay for that even though it's only gonna last 2 hours. I really wanna do a blind buy fails video because I have racked up a few of those in the last year. So this is Tom Ford Noir de Noir. This is a unisex fragrance. It is really nice. The packaging on this one, I think I shared this in the haul, but there's no distinction. So on the travel sprays, if you buy 2 travel sprays, you kind of have to remember the Noir de Noir comes in this brown, metallic, coppery, it's really pretty, travel spray atomizer. I love the cases that they come in. These are just really high quality atomizers. You do get what you pay for. So this, I couldn't figure it out at first. So it's Noir de Noir is black of black. And I thought, what does that mean? What is this going to dry down to? The cap is magnetic as well. So I looked up some notes on it. I smell rose. I really do get rose, but it's not feminine. It's not too feminine that a man couldn't wear this fragrance. I know a lot of men wear this fragrance. So it is a warm spicy. It is a warm sweet gourmand. So that's why I wanted to really compare Noir de Noir to Noir Perfume, because they sounded so similar, and at first sniff they kind of ran in the same direction, but as they dried down, it's a different story. So this one has rose in it. It says that the key notes are saffron, vanilla, and patchouli. I don't get an overdose of the patchouli. I think it just greens up the fragrance a little bit, but it's not patchouli. This is not a patchouli fragrance. It kind of gives me Intense Cafe by Montal vibes, maybe. I do like that fragrance. I'd probably say I like this one more. The longevity on this is really good. I would say 4 to 6 hours. I don't get quite the longevity that I get out of Noir Perfume. Is this full bottle worthy? We'll have to see. I need to do a review on oud wood and really douse myself in some oud wood and then come back to you guys, because I think that I want a full bottle of Noir de Noir or oud wood. I'm just not sure which one. I want more. And it is fall, so I feel like Noir de Noir is probably more fall, winter-ish. This is kind of a heavier scent to wear, I would think, in spring and summer. But as it begins to dry down, it really does kind of chill out, smooth out, where it's not too much at all. So the description for this is, it's a compelling dark portrait of feminine and masculine duality, where rich feminine florals collide with masculine earthiness of black truffle, vanilla, patchouli, oud wood. The warm and sensual gourmand fragrance is the essence of yin dance with yang. I think that's a really cool description. This is truly a unisex fragrance. While Noir Parfum, I honestly know a couple of men that wear that because the bottle only says noir on the front. So even though it's Parfum, it's not, it doesn't appear to be overly feminine. The bottle doesn't. And honestly, unless you're a perfume crazed fanatic like me, you probably wouldn't even know the difference whether it was masculine or feminine because the bottle is very unisex. So I got online and I was looking at Noir de Noir. So Tom Ford released this in 2007. So Noir de Noir was actually launched before Noir Parfum. This is a very, it's described as an earthy rose. It is, but it isn't. I get that it's earthy, but it's not dirty. It's not a really harsh, it is a really nice fragrance. I would honestly call this a rose fragrance. Maybe a black rose. Maybe that's why it's Noir de Noir. So the notes on this, I said include patchouli, and I get some patchouli, but again, it's not overwhelming patchouli. It will run you about $134. So the Noir Parfum is a little more affordable, while the Noir de Noir is in the private blend collection. So those are a little bit pricier per fluid ounce. This is a hard one. Some battles are easier than others. Some there is a clear winner. Sometimes I just really like one more than the other. Again, Noir de Noir, I would call this a rose fragrance. Not a feminine rose fragrance, but a rose fragrance. A really nice rose fragrance. While Noir Parfum is really a vanilla fragrance. I asked a couple of people this weekend which one they preferred better. This was the overwhelming winner for my friends. I feel like I really hate having to choose one or the other. I'm kind of regretting this. But if I had to choose just one, I would choose the Noir Parfum. I think it's more universal. I think it's more, the Parfum part should not shy you off. If you're a man, you can totally pull this off. Go smell it. Everyone should go smell both of these fragrances. Get samples, take them home, wear them, because you might not like it at first, but then once you wear these for 30 minutes to an hour, they dry down to something very different than the way they smell initially. I always recommend try it before you buy it. These would be safe blind buys for anybody that loves Tom Ford. I feel like if you like rose, but you're okay with a more masculine unisex rose, this would be, the Noir de Noir would be a safe blind buy for a woman. I feel like a man that is into Tom Fords, either one of these would be a safe blind buy. I don't feel like these would make great gifts just because they're not mainstream enough. So it's not your mom's fragrances probably. It may not be something that is on your teenage daughter's fragrance tray. She may have Britney Spears Fantasy or something really floral, and these are not florals. Neither of them are floral, mainstream, sweet enough to be really, this is it, easy pickup for a gift for Christmas, birthdays, whatever. I just don't know that I would gift to Tom Ford unless I knew that the person enjoyed Tom Fords. Hey friends, welcome back to Essentially Jessie. Today we're going to have another epic battle, and these are both Tom Fords. White Suede versus Black Orchid. So let's get to it. This is Tom Ford's White Suede, and yes, she did get the big bottle. This is big bottle worthy for sure. This is a beautiful white suede. I don't know. It's just so pretty. So I smelled this right before COVID and got a sample of it, smelled it, really liked it. I love ombre leather. So this is kind of right up my leather alley. Anyway, so I do like leather fragrances. I really appreciate leather fragrances. This one is, in my mind, truly unisex. I think a man or a woman could wear this. It might lean slightly more feminine, but it's suede, it's leather. I feel like that makes it masculine enough for anyone to wear. It's beautiful. So I smelled it, then my friend at the department store called and said, do you want to purchase it? I think we're about to close because of COVID. And I said, no. And then 2 or 3 weeks later when they opened up, she called me and she was like, hey, we're open. You know, if you want to come by and see me or pick something up. They may not have even been open inside yet. Anyway, maybe it was curbside pickup only. And I said, give me the white suede. And she said, all we have is the big bottle. And I said, perfect. This is to die for, very unique. This is all season appropriate. I feel like it may be more spring, summer, but you can definitely pull this off fall and winter because of the leather. It is lighter. I feel like, again, office appropriate, date night appropriate, date appropriate, brunch. I mean, I can see wearing this with a white t-shirt and jeans. I can also see wearing this with a black jacket and heels. It's just a really versatile fragrance. I think it's appropriate for people who are a younger crowd, maybe early 20s, and then a more mature crowd too, but it is a pretty modern scent. So I picked up the 100 ml bottle of white suede. It listed as a warm, spicy. I wouldn't say it's super warm because that makes it sound more fall only appropriate. I feel like it's all time appropriate. The smell is so creamy and so smooth. It's not leather with jagged edges. It's just really, really smooth. So the keynotes are thyme, suede, and musk. I'm not sure that I pick up a ton of the thyme, but the suede and musk are definitely there. I smell vanilla. It is just so creamy and smooth. This came out in 2009. Tom Ford released it along with 3 other releases that year or in that collection. And I think this may be the only one of those 3 that has lasted the test of time. It is just good. I love the packaging. I love that it is a clear bottle. The Eau de Soleil Blanc is more of the frosted glass. This one is the clear glass. It has the white cap with the Tom Ford on top. It's just beautiful. It really is a great fragrance. I love the atomizer. I love Tom Ford. I love Tom Ford. This is so good. Moving on to Black Orchid. I have a full review on this one. If you'd like to see a full review on white suede, drop me a comment below. I love Black Orchid. Okay, so this is like the creamiest, most sophisticated vanilla ever. I mean, this is record-breaking, earth-shattering, creamy vanilla, very sophisticated. Don't buy this if you want just a sweet vanilla because that's not what this is. This has more notes than I can list. It is beautiful. It is warm. It is a little bit spicy. This is definitely date night, nighttime. If you're wearing this to the office, 1 spray max. You might mix this with something that's more fruity or something that's lighter or just a sheer vanilla scent to kind of lighten it up if you're trying to use this for daytime, because this is a boss scent. Like if you're wearing this, you own the company, you're the CEO, you're the CFO, you're telling people what to do. It's so good. This is not a wear it around the house scent. I feel like white suede is that way because I wear it around the house. I love white suede. This is I'm trying to make a statement. It's our first date. This is a meaningful date. You can dress this up. It's very elegant. It's also very, very, very unisex. So while I don't know, I think it's a true unisex. I just can't get past it. It's orchids, it's vanilla, they're creamy, it's soft, but there is so much going on here. So I really suggest that you do not blind buy this one. I feel like white suede, if you like leather and suede fragrances, is easily blind buy worthy. This one, on the other hand, is definitely not blind buy worthy unless you're a true die-hard Tom Ford, which if you are, you probably own this. This is not your mama's vanilla fragrance. This is really, really sophisticated. I would say that this is more of a mature fragrance. I don't see a whole lot of younger people wearing this and appreciating it because honestly, it took my nose 6 months to a year to really smell it again, appreciate it. The first time I stuck my nose on it, I said, there's just too much going on here. I can't comprehend all of the things. But then as my nose grew, But then as my nose matured and I smelled more fragrances, and I realized when I came back to Black Orchid, I loved it. I did get this in one of those Sephora sample sets where you buy maybe 8 to 10 samples, and then you have a card that comes with it. You can redeem it for one of the full bottles. I believe this is the 1 milliliter bottle, and that is the best value. I've gotten several full bottle fragrances from doing that redemption process. This retails for $92. It is a really good value to get it in that Sephora set. I have an extensive review of Black Orchid. If you'd like for me to do a single fragrance review on White Suede, let me know. I'd be happy to. Drop me a comment below. The notes on this, the key notes are black truffle, black orchid, plum. We all know it dries down to vanilla. It's so good. But the orchid stays for the longevity of the fragrance, which is really nice because it just smells different. It's something unique. It's something different. It's not your everyday fragrance. It's definitely not your everyday date night fragrance. Black Orchid can be quite polarizing, so be careful if your partner doesn't like crazy polarizing fragrances, but this is a classic. In this epic battle of Tom Ford's White Suede versus Black Orchid by Tom Ford, this is so hard to pick. I love that White Suede is versatile. It's everyday, it's year round, it's very appropriate, it's unisex, possibly leaning more feminine, but I can definitely see with the leather notes this being a true unisex fragrance. While Black Orchid is so unique, so different, so beautiful, but in a really sophisticated way. But if I had to pick just one, I'd probably pick White Suede as my winner. I love White Suede. I really appreciate, again, the longevity of it, but also the versatility of it. This is long lasting, versatile. I can wear it any day, anytime, and feel really confident in what I'm wearing and the fragrance that I picked. This probably is blind buy worthy if you're purchasing it for someone who appreciates leathery fragrances, suede fragrances. It's probably not blind buy worthy if you're purchasing it for someone who is more into florals and fruity, super duper feminine, or super duper masculine leaning. I feel like this is a true unisex fragrance, and I love it. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Drop me a comment below which one you prefer, or if there's another Tom Ford that you love better than these two. I want to know. I have some other Versus videos. I have some other Tom Ford videos. We're constantly putting out new videos on fragrances and essential oils. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that little notification bell to be notified of all future videos. Smell you later.